I'm Erin.
And I'm Dana.
And this is
Crimes We Didn't Commit.
Anyway. Weird sounds.
No, whatever.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. We're
testing?
back.
Oh, are we back or are we testing?
We're just back.
We're back.
We're just back.
Hey.
We're back, baby. We are back.
We're here again.
Our Patreon is out.
Oh, yeah.
It's live.
It's live. We already have some people.
We have 3 members right now.
Which is so cool.
So
We
cool.
love you guys.
Appreciate it so much. I want to give a shout out to
Charles,
Simca, and Whitney.
Love you guys.
You guys are ride or die, and we appreciate you so much.
Yeah. You guys subscribed before there was stuff to subscribe to.
Yeah. And it's so cool. And, we have a couple things on there we listed or posted a mini episode.
Yes.
Talking about like a current case that's happening.
Yes.
There's also an update we need to do on that.
Yeah.
Which we'll do. And then there's a few more cases that are going to be happening that I'm so excited to dive into.
It's going to be so cool.
To stay up to date with.
Yeah.
Because we are going to have a whole new trial. Which is so exciting. And it's...
you should see the look on her face right now.
I'm so excited.
Eyes wide open.
I love court! When I'm not the plaintiff or defendant.
All the other episodes, though, like all the podcasts episodes, they're there and they're public.
Yeah, so, all of those ones are public.
So if you subscribe, you still have access to every episode and the bonus episodes.
We're going to be
which is nice.
Going to the
serial killer forum thing.
Yep, we're going to be going that tonight. We're going to be making content for that. That is going to be exclusively on our Patreon.
Yes.
So really, really, really pumped about that.
Yeah.
So
what should we wear?
I don't know. I was thinking what we should wear to that.
I don't know.
And should we go like sporty cash?
Or should we be like
should
professional?
We put on jeans?
Oh, okay. I was like, I have a nice satin skirt.
I have a skirt.
And a blouse.
I'm not, no.
You're not a blouse person?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's fine.
I'm not, I like tank tops.
Tank tops.
Tank tops. No, I might wear jeans.
Okay, I have jeans. I own jeans. I own a lot of jeans.
I washed some of your jeans once.
You did, because we had blood on them.
We had
Well, it wasn't real blood.
It was fake blood.
Yeah.
It was.
We haven't even put out all those photos.
We're going to put those photos on the Patreon.
Okay.
There's certain things we've saved to be able to put on that, I feel.
Because, I mean... That's not free stuff.
No.
Do you know how much work we put in?
That was so much work.
It was. We had to make a dead body.
Yeah, which I just threw out.
The whole thing?
Sorry.
The whole thing?
I owe you a tarp.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that tarp.
Because it was covered in cornstarch and
corn syrup.
Whatever.
Yeah, both of them.
It was covered in corn juice.
Yeah, and dye.
And it was gross.
Okay.
So you did not want that back. And it was taking up space in the garage. It was pissing me off.
I believe it.
So, I mean, I threw out the down comforter that was inside.
I know. That's what I was concerned about. I didn't even think about the tarp. I was like, you just threw away the whole thing?
Yeah, we have more.
Okay.
It's fine. What's one more blanket?
It's really not.
Everything's fine.
It is.
So yeah, really, really, really excited about the Patreon. And if you're like, why would I pay for that? Well, first of all, it's $4 a month.
Yeah.
It helps us have more resources to provide more content.
Yes.
We had a guest last week and we had to deal with you guys sharing a mic, which you
could probably hear in the episode because I did sound distant because I was trying to talk into the side of it and it was a whole thing.
Yeah, you sounded a little bit far away, but I mean, it got the job done.
It did.
But it would be nice to have another microphone.
Right, which means we need another one of those things too.
We need another stand. We need another interface because there is an XLR cord
that goes into that.
Yeah,
it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. But we're gonna get there.
Yes.
And I have another guest lined up, but he doesn't get out of prison until November. So we'll
have him via Zoom.
Yeah, we're gonna be actually having a convicted felon who has served a lot of time in prison. Yeah. He's gonna be on the podcast.
Give us some insight.
Yeah, so questions about that, put it in the Patreon. I have my own questions.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'll put in the Patreon too. That way you have an idea of what to look forward to.
Like, what is the meal plan?
What? Well, I want to know, like, what's your first day in prison like? Like, what's going through your head? Knowing that you have to spend years, sometimes life, inside of a prison. Like, what is your mindset? What were you afraid of? How did you fit in? What was your plan?
Yeah.
You know, I want to know all of
everything.
That. Yeah. And how did you decide who your friends were going to be?
That's one of my biggest things. Like, how do you decide who you're going to hang with?
Yeah. Well, and unfortunately, I think in prison, it's a lot of
race
by color. Yeah. Yeah. Which is disgusting. But it's how they survive in there.
Yeah.
You know?
However that is.
Weird.
It is.
So weird.
But it will be interesting to hear about.
I mean, honestly, I would probably hang out with the girls that could do my hair.
Oh yeah.
And that had a lot of commissary, I feel.
Yeah. Or that was really good at a hobby.
And maybe murdered people so I could ask her questions and maybe not get too close.
But. No, not too close, because I feel like there was that one, we didn't actually post this one, but where she became friends with another serial murderer and that extended her stay in prison or something, because they're just you can't trust them. They're
yeah, true.
They're being besties.
Yeah. I mean,
so yeah,
pretty fucking sick, Yeah.
You
are who you hang out with.
That's true. You are who you eat.
You are who you eat. If they kill, you kill. So
anyway,
I think that's really, really cool.
It is cool. And we'll post a post to request questions.
Yes.
And
still have a list of cases
we're
getting to.
Yeah, I know.
I think
the best questions.
The next case that I do is going to be a case that was given to me from someone else.
That's great.
I think we owe it to them, especially now that they're paying.
I know.
They're just so cool.
It is really cool.
So cool. And it's only $4 a month. I don't know if I've said that already. But
you have.
It's
but it's fine. But I don't know if you guys know, but it's $4 a month.
I mean, the $4 come up off it.
Yeah.
It's not a lot to you guys, but it means a lot to us.
You don't. When she texted me, she was like, we have 2 subscribers. It was I don't know. It's our whole world was just uplifted.
Well, yeah. I mean, we started this as I don't want to say hobby, but just...
I mean, kind of.
a project. We started a project and we didn't know where it was going to go.
No.
And I mean, we're still so fucking new.
We're still in a 6-year-old bedroom.
We're still in a 6-year-old bedroom with a stuffed corn on the cob. But... When I texted you and I said our podcast is now we have revenue.
Yeah, that's wild. That is a bananas thought.
I know. It's so cool. And we're not going to stop. We're going to work harder. We're going to
do better. We're going to do more.
Yep.
And it's just...
But don't expect us to get more professional.
Oh, absolutely not.
We're still going to be us.
We're still going
to be dumb.
Oh, yeah. Medium smart.
Medium smart.
Medium smart is what you get.
And triangles, shapes.
Are 17 to 18 sides.
College.
Is Notre Dame.
East Coast.
Woo.
Woohoo. Touchdown. We spend way too much time together.
But, yeah.
Yeah, super pumped. Super pumped.
But you're reading a book right now.
I'm reading a book right now, and it's so, so good.
It's like sitting on the dresser. She just told me all about it.
I did.
We went to a yard sale. We went sailing. And I saw this book, and I was like, I like the name of it. It's called Anatomy of an Alibi by Ashley Elston. And it's so good. I mean, once I started, I couldn't stop, but I had to stop because we were at the pool. And I was dying. That was hot.
I was dying. Yeah, it was super hot.
Books don't do well in water.
But this one's a quick read, I feel. And I got it for $2.
I know. That's so cool. That's the great thing about yard sales.
You can't beat it. And
no, you can't.
It's hardcover. It still has the paper cover around
Nothing is fucked up about it.
Nothing's fucked up. It's on perfect condition.
Yeah. It sounds like someone purchased it because they thought it sounded cool and never got to it.
Yeah. I don't think it was ever read because the pages are pristine.
Yeah. There's no bendy.
No bendies. And I'm a corner flipper.
Oh, you are? I can see that.
I'm a corner flipper.
I have a bookmark. I'm a bookmark girl.
I
also have a Kindle, though. Yeah, I can't do Kindle. I need the physical book.
That's what I thought too, until I switched to the Kindle.
Really?
Yeah, because I have it like on the nighttime reading, so it's like dark in the background and whatever it is.
Yeah.
And reading in bed is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And it just helps put me to sleep too.
Yeah.
So I can read for like a half hour or so, and then I'm like, I'm very sleepy now.
Yeah. I like to watch TV when I go to bed, but
I don't think that's good for you.
Always serial killer or or murder or...
Adrian's mom sent me this thing. It was like, oh, I needed to... It was something on Instagram. It's like, I need to... Fuck. I don't remember.
I love that she said that. Yeah. That's so helpful.
It was something about I need to like be able to relax because the state of the world or something. So let me just turn on this fucking murder documentary.
Yes. I need to relax. So let me watch the serial killer.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yep. And that's me.
Yeah. Agreed.
It is me.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, what? I was trying to mention to you when we were downstairs about, we're talking about how that lady who poisoned her, whatever, wrote a book, but then it made me think of how there are audiobooks that were out. I don't know if they still are, but prison, like murderers, like Ed Kemper, I believe he's read an audiobook. Oh. And you can hear him read a book. Like they would do that in prison at that time, at least. I don't know if they're still doing that.
Wow.
But yeah, so I don't know if his voice is still out there or
I would love to hear that.
So I don't know what book it was. I didn't really look into it.
Yeah.
But I know that was a thing. Like prisoners were reading. They were the
audio.
Yes.
The voice of the audio. Wow. The voice of the audio.
Of the book. Audioly.
The book of the reading of the
voice.
Killer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you watch the documentary, or not the documentary, the Netflix show, did you watch that?
Which one?
Ed Kemper.
No, I didn't.
Was it?
I've seen the Ed Gein one.
No, Ed Gein.
Ed Gein.
Freaking sorry.
Only a mother could love you.
Yeah. I want to hear his voice because they made it sound really weird.
They did.
In that show. I think the actor that played him
did great.
He did great.
Fucking great job.
But also, I think he ruined his career.
Oh, yeah. That's all
I don't think he can ever do anything
I feel like he's been in other things. That guy seems very familiar.
He is. He's in something else with Charlize Theron or whatever her name is.
Sure.
You don't know who I'm talking about?
I don't know any celebrity.
Oh, yeah. You're like my sister. I forgot.
I'm just like that. Oh, we were watching the Kevin Hart. Oh, my God. Thing special.
The roast.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And Tom Brady came out.
Yes, I saw that.
I didn't know what he looked like.
Yeah.
And Adrian's next to me and I said, "Who's that?" And he said because he was just like, "I wasn't expecting that," or whatever. And I was like, "Who is that man?" I have no idea what's going on.
He's like the greatest quarterback of our generation.
Something like 8 Super Bowl things.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, he played for the Patriots and then retired and then he came back and played for the Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Buccaneers?
I don't know. The Tampa
Steelers or Pittsburgh. But yeah, no, he's his roast was better than Kevin Hart's. I think I
haven't finished it yet.
It was not good.
But I'm not enjoying it all that much.
It was not good. You need to watch the Tom Brady one.
Okay.
Yeah. That one is so much better.
Yeah. I also don't know a lot of the people that are roasting him.
Yeah, I just didn't think any of them were funny.
Okay.
When
they made fun of like the other people who were there, not Kevin.
Yeah,
those are pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like of Cheryl,
whatever her name is. Yeah.
Yes, a lot of people made fun of her.
A lot.
She's
great. Her husband that committed suicide, and they dogged her.
Did he actually commit suicide, or did he just fall off a bridge? I don't actually know. I
didn't look into it, but it seemed like he did.
Yeah, which was hilarious.
Not that he did that. Suicide's not funny, but they were really making it.
Yes.
I mean, dogging her about it.
They're playing off of that. And then also Pete Davidson's dad situation.
I love Pete Davidson. I really love him.
Did he get all of his tattoos removed?
Yes, he did.
I had no idea.
He did.
Until I watched that.
I like him a lot. I liked Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
The host.
Yeah. He was just in Charlotte.
I liked him. At first it was like, oh God, this is not going to go well.
Yeah.
But then it got better.
And people were very sensitive to things, which was very surprising in like the comedy community.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Did you see the woman sitting next to Chelsea Handler who was just like sitting there like
grumpy?
Yeah.
And just like offended. Off. There were several women that looked very offended.
Well, and no one made a joke about her.
No, there was a couple of people that no one made jokes about.
Right.
Which was very interesting.
So weird.
Yeah. And I'm just like, if you're in the comedy community, you're bound to, there's going to be a lot of things that are not politically correct. Mm-hmm. And that's just something that's accepted in that.
It was just really bizarre.
Yeah.
Really bizarre.
Okay. Anyway, shout out Tom Brady. I
shout
know
out
what you
Tom
look
Brady.
like now.
Okay.
But anyway, what are we doing?
Okay. So this is a case that I'm going to do backwards. So it's our first time trying it this way.
Yeah.
So,
and it's only taken 3.5 years.
It's taken a long time. It's the Green River Killer.
Perfect.
So this took place in Washington State, and it was in the 80s. So in
Wait.
Yes.
Nope. Carry on.
Okay. In 1982, a series of mysterious murders began plaguing Washington State's King County.
Plaguing?
Yeah, like plaguing.
Plaguing?
Plaguing?
It's like a plague?
Plague.
Plaguing.
Plague.
Okay.
As more...
Now you need to question every word you read.
Did I say plaguing?
Yes. It's plaguing.
Plaguing. Right? I think it's the same thing.
Plague?
Began plaguing Washington State's. I think it's the same thing.
I don't think that you're wrong or anything.
Mayonnaise? Probably. Do you want to go there? Do you want to go there? Okay.
Anyway,
all right.
It's
Jesus
plaguing.
Christ. As more young women disappeared, only for their remains to turn up along the Green River, investigators raced to catch the cold-blooded menace responsible. So these bodies are just piling up on this river, and they're all like, what the fuck is going on?
That would be wild to see.
It'd be crazy
just like
to
body,
see.
And then another body.
Not just one body. And I'm talking one time going to this river and seeing multiple bodies.
That's wild.
Not like one body.
That's like a war zone.
A week later, another body.
Yeah.
No, it's like 4 bodies were found at one.
That's crazy.
One time. So the state just got done catching Ted Bundy. Okay. So this was the same area that Ted Bundy was murdering.
They're probably like, people. Can I catch a break?
They're like, Jesus Christ.
Like, I haven't gotten to sleep in 4 months.
The investigator, and we'll get into it a little later, but the investigator that finished and wrapped up Tom
Brady. Thomas Jefferson. Ted Bundy.
He just got done with the Ted Bundy cases. Then turns around and has this guy. It's just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I'd be pissed. I'm like, someone else.
Yeah, I'd be like, look, I'm retiring. Yeah. I'm done. Get past.
I'm over it. Yeah, hard pass.
Not me, jinx.
Whoever touches their nose, whatever it is.
Nose goes.
Nose goes. That's
it. All right, so they're now realizing that they have another serial killer among them. In the 80s and 90s, there were between 48 to 71 women who went missing and found murdered in Seattle, Washington.
48 to 71.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know why it was such a wide range.
Yeah.
But I think that some murders or bodies that maybe were overdoses or
something
that they couldn't pin.
They couldn't pin to that person.
They couldn't
necessarily.
No, they couldn't pin to that person.
Okay.
That's what it sounded like you said. Okay. In July of 1982, children found the strangled body of Wendy Caulfield.
Wow.
16 years old, floating in Seattle's Green River, naked, with jeans tied around her neck.
Oh, wow.
Over the following weeks, 4 more bodies were discovered in or along its banks. All women were strangled. So it seems pretty personal.
It seems like he has a problem with women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. He don't like them.
Yeah.
On August 15th. So the dates of the other ones, I'm not exactly sure, but it's very recent. Like, yes. It was like boom, boom, boom. 3 more bodies were found. And Detective David...
On August 15th alone, 3 more bodies were found?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Detective David Reichert, I'm going to say Reichert,
okay,
was one of the first authorities to arrive at the scene. Marcy Chapman, 31, was found in the shallow water alongside the naked body of 17-year-old Cynthia Hines.
Okay, so there's a gap in age.
Yeah, we have a 31-year-old, a 17-year-old, and a 16-year-old, and we'll get into more of the ages.
Okay.
Nearby in the undergrowth lay the body of Opal Mills, 16, blue trousers knotted around her neck, breasts exposed, bruises apparent on her arms and legs.
Wow.
Now that's saying to me...
Is that like fighting
that's
or
saying
like
to me
restraining?
That she was alive during those...
Yeah.
You know...
During the abuse.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. Yeah.
Dead bodies don't get bruised.
No. I like the name Opal.
I know, Opal's sweet.
It is a sweet name. She's probably a sweet girl.
By this time, there had been a dozen young woman bodies.
Young women.
Young women's bodies.
Women.
Young women's bodies.
Yes.
Anyways, have been discovered in the river. Investigators are starting to admit to themselves they have a serial killer on their hands. It took them that long. It took them to have, let's see.
It's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, but 12.
Right.
At least.
Insane. Okay. So.
I feel like at 3.
Yeah.
At 3, if they're all in the same vicinity, I'd say serial killer.
Found the same way?
Yes.
Like,
honestly,
on.
2.
Yeah.
2 would be enough. Like, there's a pattern already starting.
Yeah. Yep. So the very next day, so they found those bodies on August 15th.
Okay.
So August 16th, a police task force is set up after the King County Sheriff Office set up. Whoa. So
we'll get there.
They set up a fucking task force.
Okay. Things were set up.
A Green River task force to investigate the killings. The body count rose as more victims were discovered along the river and in the area around the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport.
Wow.
So this river's close to the airport.
Yeah.
In Tacoma.
Welcome to here.
Welcome to geography class. The killer had simple methods in how they picked their victims because mainly the women were sex workers or runaways.
Okay.
Bodies just kept piling up week after week.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They don't know what to do. They can't catch them quick enough. Do you know what I mean?
But at that, like, if it were me, if I were an investigator, first, the river is flowing in a direction.
You would think they would stake out the river.
Yes.
To see, okay,
up the river.
Who's coming to the river?
Who's hanging around here? Who's dropping off in the middle of the night?
Who has something shaped like a body?
Right. Some sort of patrol of that.
Well, it must be a long river. Maybe you just put them in the river and they floated down.
But I feel like you would also know, like, how long they've been in the river, you know? I don't actually know.
I don't know either. I feel like back in those days.
The 80s?
80s, which were not that long ago. The serial killer, this was the time. Do you know
also,
what I mean?
Ted Bundy just did his shit. So they're just kind of like, look,
so
let's give it a minute. Let's hit 35 bodies and then we'll do something.
And, you know, I don't even know if these women were reported missing.
That's also
they
true.
Were,
a lot of them
were sex workers.
Yes.
Or runaways. So the head investigator on the task force, Bobby, received a letter addressed to the task force. The letter came from a cell in death row in Florida. The sender, Ted motherfucking Bundy.
He can't just shut up.
He is like,
he's like, hey,
yo, I know what's happening over there.
I know something about serial killers.
I might be able to help you.
Yeah. Which cool. You know?
And Bobby was the head investigator for the Bundy case. So he's like, fuck. Teddy, I'm done with you.
We went over this.
Bundy mentioned that he had some information that could be useful in helping them find the person responsible for the murders. Not only did he want insight into what Bundy was referring to, so Bobby, but also because there are still 8 victims of Bundy's that can't be found. And he wanted to get that information from Bundy.
What does Bundy want, though?
Well, Bundy.
Notoriety?
Probably.
Yeah, just to be included.
Yeah.
He just wants to fit in.
So Bob did end up flying to Florida, where Bundy was on death row.
Okay.
They were brought into an interview room. Bundy was brought in with shackles on. Classic.
Yeah.
They interviewed him for hours. Bundy went into detail about what's in the mind of a serial killer.
I wonder if they had cigarettes.
I'm so jealous that...
Oh, they were able to do that?
They were able to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they were fucking over it, but... he mentioned his familiar knowledge of the Seattle area and how that area gives the killer motivation to commit these crimes. He's like, you live there, man, and you're just bound to become a killer.
It's so gloomy.
Yeah.
It's raining all the time.
True. So depressed. You hate everyone. So you start killing them.
Yeah.
Classic.
It's a natural chain of events.
It's just what happens there. He said his feeling is that the killer is killing them fast. That's why he sees them kill.
What
so fast
made you think that? Is it because there's 4 bodies at a time?
Because there's so many bodies that he wants to feel the feeling of killing. So if he kills quick, he needs another one quick.
Okay.
He needs another one quick.
Yeah. It's his fix.
Yeah.
It's not like the raping or whatever it is.
It's
like
the actual
it's the killing
part.
Itself.
Yeah. Bundy helped them with a profile of the killer, which is insane, but so cool. I don't know how he helped them, but I'll tell you in a second.
Okay, sorry.
It was super interesting because Ted Bundy's ego would show throughout the interview.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because he said this killer is a second grade killer because he's killing sex workers and runaways because they were just easy.
Yeah.
They're
While
easy.
he targeted like students.
Yes.
And higher risk
people that would,
targets.
Yeah. People that it would throw a full-blown investigation.
Yeah, over the one person, you know.
Many people know them.
Yeah.
You know, they're like fit into a community.
What this guy is doing, which unfortunately people weren't missing them as much, which is so sad.
Yeah, it is fucked up. So that was August 16th, a little after August 16th.
So the next day from finding all the bodies.
Yeah, yeah. April 30th of, let me see. I mean, April.
I was like, we went backwards.
August 30th. So we're moving now into... No.
So 15 days later.
Sorry. Okay. We're moving... We went from August and then all the way to April. So
of the next year. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
In the spring of 1983.
And he still hasn't been caught?
No.
Oh, God.
Yeah. In 1983, sex worker Marie Malvar, who's 18, was last seen by her boyfriend getting into a paint-patched pickup with a dark-haired man about 30 to 40 years old.
Say that 5 times fast. Paint-patched pickup with
a dark-haired man about 30 to 40 years old. The next 2 years, so over 2 years, so this shit is just like stretching out.
Yeah.
Stretching out. The investigators have nothing to go on. The Green River Killer sexually assaulted and murdered more than 40 women.
Oh, wow.
So he's worse than Bundy at this
There's
point.
no DNA evidence to be found after a body has been in the water.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're so fucked.
It makes sense.
Bob investigator said every time you found a body, it was like being hit on the head with a baseball bat. As the number of bodies grew, so did the number of people assigned to the case.
Well, that's good.
This effort morphed into the Green River, again, task force, which was massive at this point. And it was a coalition made up of local and state law enforcement. They received hundreds, if not thousands, of tips on who the Green River Killer might be. Police called
It's my neighbor.
Yeah. My ex did. I swear to God. I swear to God, I don't.
The guy at the deli didn't slice my turkey thin enough. And I think it's because he likes to kill people.
My uncle likes to fish, and so I know he's been down to the river. People called in to alert police about their current and former boyfriends.
Okay.
Brothers, fathers, and stepfathers. In mid-September 1982, so going back, one of the tips that they received during that time, it was a man named Melvin Wayne Foster.
I hate that name.
I hate it too.
Melvin.
What's
your name? Melvin.
Melvin Wayne.
That's lame.
He's got to be a killer, right? That name is
Melvin.
Melvin. He was a 43-year-old taxi driver. He'd been married 5 times and had done a stretch in prison for auto theft. And he had grown up in South King County. So he's from the area. I'm thinking that maybe
doesn't have the best track record with
part
women.
of the profile is like he knows the area, things like that. Foster called himself, so he wanted to give cops information about the Green River murders.
Okay.
Foster, because he was the cab
Melvin.
driver.
Melvin Foster.
His last name's Foster, so I can say Melvin. Melvin frequently came into contact with sex workers, both in downtown Seattle and on the Seattle-Tacoma Airport
He just
Strip.
implicated himself.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Really bad.
Yeah.
After the first bodies were found, Melvin began thinking about some of his fellow drivers. He decided to tell the police his suspicions.
Okay.
So he's like, I know, I've seen these, other people. I'm in the area. These women are missing, and I want to be able to help.
But also at the same time, you're calling in, clearly you know the area.
Yep.
You've been there a long time.
Yep.
You're hanging with the sex workers.
Yes.
And you think that you know who the killer is.
Mm-hmm.
All roads lead to you, friend.
Yep.
In that way.
Which is weird because
sucks because he is trying to help.
He's trying to help.
I think.
He was like, some of my fellow drivers are super sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking you guys need to look into them.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if I was law enforcement, I would look into everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't eliminate anybody.
No, you can't until you can actually eliminate them.
Right.
So
after Melvin called, the police promptly made Foster their prime suspect.
Okay, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Homicide investigators focused their attention almost solely on Melvin, overlooking information that could have helped them understand that the real killer was still at work.
Okay.
So, surprise, surprise, he is not the Green River killer.
Yeah.
But this is just how desperate the investigators were.
They were like, this seems like it could be promising, so we're just going to lock in on that and disregard everything else.
And part of the profile that Bundy gave them is, be careful. These murderers, just like me, want to be involved in the investigation.
Okay.
Want to, know what I mean?
Right. He fit that profile very well.
And if this second grade killer is killing people that are in a risky business and, runaways, then, he has zero, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right? So, let's see. Oh, Sheriff Vern Thomas.
Vern.
Yes.
We have some great names here.
The names are
Melvin, Bob, and Vern.
Yeah, and Opal.
Opal. That was a good one.
Yeah. He recalls Foster looked great as far as for a suspect. Or he's talking about that he is attracted to him. I don't really know.
He really likes the way his butt looks.
Then King County Executive Randy Revelle.
Randy.
Another one.
Yeah.
Says police told him in July of 1983 that they had made a major blunder in focusing too soon on a single suspect.
That's a good word for it.
Right.
Blunder.
I mean, they spent so much time on Melvin. They even staked him out.
Yeah.
Followed him.
They lost a lot of time and resources.
They tapped his phone. They searched his house. I mean, they harassed him.
Yes.
To an extent that was unnecessary.
Yeah. There was nothing to prove that he was the killer. Yeah. And I feel like they definitely overstepped.
Yes. I completely agree.
I too.
So what then happened was Melvin told the press. He's like, nice. Investigators, they are harassing me.
Yeah.
They are not stopping.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. So then the cops were like, all right.
We'll back off.
All right, we'll back off. But they did, get his DNA. So they just kind of put that on the back burner. They didn't have anything else. So they did have to move on. At this point, public awareness that the pattern of disappearances was continuing throughout the fall might have persuaded some sex workers to stay away from the airport strip or even the Seattle area altogether.
Okay.
According to a number of reports on arrests for loitering, officers made no sustained efforts to record the license plates of Johns. So the Johns...
That's dumb.
I need to say what Johns are, but they hire the sex workers.
Yeah.
In fact, the reports indicated often nobody even tried to get a description of the cars they drove. Why? Why?
If you're trying to investigate, you should probably investigate.
The killer was still at work. From March of 1983 until late June, he murdered at least 10 new victims.
Wow.
Love that word, strewing their remains from south of the airport to east of Enumclaw.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds right.
It's a lovely place.
So it doesn't stop.
No, it's not stopping.
It doesn't stop.
And it doesn't seem like they're making any legitimate efforts.
They're not.
Like they focus on one guy that had nothing.
They focused on one guy. Oh, and I forgot to mention, while they were surveilling him, bodies were just still popping up.
They're literally watching him, and he's clearly not killing anyone.
Yes. So for the first time in over a year, police acknowledged there were other missing women and that the killer was still likely prowling the airport strip and still picking up victims. Like, duh.
Yeah, I think everyone knows that.
They're saying, the investigators say to the public, do not get into cars with anyone you don't know. Stranger danger.
Okay.
What?
Great, thanks.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Fucking idiots.
I'm so glad I'm in second grade.
Police did believe that second grade killer. Police did believe that the killer had left because now we're at a break. There hasn't been any bodies.
Okay.
In a certain amount of time. I don't know how long. I think it says it in a second.
Okay.
They think that the killers left or had been frightened by their investigation.
Or died or got incarcerated or something. Something happened.
Yeah. Moved on to somewhere else.
Yeah.
News coverage of the killings had nearly faded away. It was just...
Okay.
It was this big thing, no information,
and then
no
it was
more bodies. Nothing. And then, we have nothing to go on.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Not that they had much to begin with.
Yeah. That made it easier for the killer to murder his victims virtually unnoticed as the brisk sex trafficking resumed. So huge break, and then
everyone was like, okay, shit's back to normal.
I might as well go keep killing. In July, shortly after the announcement that the killer was apparently still active, county police began a campaign to drive the women and their pimps from the airport strip. So they're now saying, we are going to help you guys.
Okay.
And drive you around. We will not arrest you for loitering. We just want to keep you safe.
Yeah.
Most of the women went to downtown Seattle. So did their customers. But the killer followed them.
Of course.
In 1984, detectives were made aware of another person, Gary Ridgway. He was seen with one of the victims, Marie Malvar. Now, remember when the boyfriend of Marie mentioned that he saw Marie getting into the paint patch pickup truck with a dark-haired man who was from 30 to 40 years old.
Yeah.
Ridgway was then interviewed in conjunction with that event.
Okay.
And police received several other tips that had mentioned him. So he was somewhat on the radar, but like I said, everyone was on their radar.
Yeah.
4 days later, police questioned Ridgway at his home about his knowledge of Marie Malvar, whom he denied knowing.
Okay.
I don't know her.
Even though they were seen together.
She didn't get in my truck. It was a different guy, is what he's saying.
Yes.
In November...
I'm picking up what you're putting. I'm just barely... I'm so tired.
Are you putting ointment on that burn? So, in November, police again spoke with Ridgway about the murders.
Okay.
But he denied any knowledge of the victims. Authorities lacked evidence to connect him to any of the crimes. But what police did know of him is that he was known for soliciting sex workers and was even arrested a few times.
Okay.
So what they did was when they brought him in, they had him take a polygraph test, which he passed. Police did get his DNA. He was like,
okay,
yeah,
that's
sure,
good.
Take my DNA. That's fine. And it didn't tie to the crimes at that time.
Right.
Because
well, they didn't have any evidence.
DNA was not, it didn't go that far.
Yeah.
Right. This was the mid 80s where DNA didn't go.
Yeah.
Said that. Okay. Moving forward. Okay. So fast forward to 2001.
That's many years later.
That is so many years later.
We're talking plus 15 years.
Yeah, a long, long time.
Yeah.
When DNA
did go that far.
Yeah. Advancements in forensic science allowed authorities to retest stored samples.
Okay.
So that, like I said, they had...
I like when they do that. They go back and they're just like, let's check on this now.
Let's give these victims another opportunity for justice.
Yeah. I like when there's justice in the justice system. It's really nice.
I love when people are justified.
In their justicing.
In their justifications. DNA from his saliva, taken back in 1984, was matched to the sperm found on 3 of the earliest victims.
Oh, wow.
So Opal, Marcy, and Cynthia.
Wow. Okay, those are like the beginning ones.
Those are the early ones.
Yeah.
So he eventually, that same month, November, he was arrested.
Okay.
He was working at the Kenneth Truck Factory. He was a spray painter. I don't know what the fuck that is. I think he's just painting the cars.
I guess. Trucks. Or probably.
I think it's funny that he had a paint patched truck.
For a painter.
And then now he paint sprays.
For a living.
For a living at a truck factory. But that's when police arrived to arrest him while he was at work paint spraying.
Yeah. He's not going to keep that job.
Right. The 4 victims named in the original indictment were Marcy Chapman, Opal Mills, Cynthia Hines, and then a woman named Carol Ann Christensen.
Okay.
3 more bodies, Wendy Caulfield, Deborah Bonner, and Deborah Estes, were added to the indictment after a forensic scientist identified microscopic spray paint spheres as a specific brand and composition of paint used at the Kenneth factory during the time when these victims were killed.
So they found microscopic spray paint molecules.
Yes. But they had no idea where the fuck they came from, which is crazy because nowadays they could narrow that down
to like a brand, what store you got it at, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know, what the temperature was that day.
Yeah. So he had worked at this factory the entire time.
Interesting.
Insane. In early of 2003, Seattle Television News reported that Gary Ridgway had been... Why is that funny?
I don't know why. Seattle Television News. I don't know why that was so funny.
I don't know why I wrote it like that, but it's the television news.
Not to be confused with.
Not to be confused with the news.
The radio news.
Seattle News.
Paper news.
That he was moved from a maximum security cell at King County Jail to an Airway Heights minimum medium security level tank. Which sounds so cool. I don't know what that means, but he was moved to a tank.
But we'll find out in November.
Other news reports stated that his lawyers, led by Anthony Savage, were closing a plea bargain that would spare him the death penalty in return for his confessions to a number of the Green River murders.
Okay.
On November 5th, in 2003, Gary Ridgway pleaded guilty to 48 charges of aggravated first-degree murder.
Wow. Aggravated.
Yeah, bad.
Why can't it just be first degree? I feel like that's bad.
Aggravated is worse.
Yeah, I know.
Way worse.
Yeah.
But that was part of his plea plea bargain that would spare him his execution in exchange for his cooperation in locating the remains of his victims.
Would I want to spend life in prison, though? Like, I'm thinking about it. Would I rather die? Knowing that I'd murdered a bunch of...
He doesn't want the death penalty. I don't think anyone's like, give it to me.
I feel there's got to be people.
But even if you get the death penalty, you're going to sit there.
You do sit there for a while.
And then you sit there and you're waiting to die. And you're in like segregation. You can't, I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like also if you have the death penalty, you have way less to lose. So you're most likely, you're more likely to be just more volatile in general. You're not going to cooperate.
No, and you're going to lose your fucking mind.
Yeah, probably.
I'm pretty sure they're locked down for, a long time.
Yeah.
With life in prison, at least you get, good behavior, then you get fucking
more snacks,
incentives,
something. Yeah.
I don't know. You get visitation.
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, maybe death row gets. Anyways, I don't know. That's something we can ask
in November.
Yep. So
our prison pal.
Pen pals. So they wanted him to provide details of where the other victims are.
Okay.
In his statement
Yes.
In his statement, with his guilty plea, Ridgway explained that he had killed all of his victims inside King County, Washington. And
where?
What do you mean?
I want to know, like, where.
Oh, I know. I know.
Like, give me some specifics.
Yeah,
like, how did you get away with this?
I know. He had transported and dumped the remains of the two women near Portland to confuse police. So 2 of the victims that weren't found at the river, he was trying to confuse them and throw them off. Which, I mean, he did for a long motherfucking time. Deputy Prosecutor Jeff Baird, which normal name.
Jeff,
noted in court that the deal contained the names of 41 victims who would not be the subject of State versus Ridgway if it were not for the plea agreement. So had he not pled guilty and avoided the death penalty, they would have no information on the 41.
Because he wouldn't have said anything.
Right. The King County prosecutor...
So I guess justifying the plea deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people were pissed off about.
Of course.
But that's why he had to make that statement.
Otherwise, there'd be no justice whatsoever.
Yeah.
That sucks, though.
It does suck.
You just zap them. Zap them to get the answers. Who was it?
Yeah, I think that they can't do that.
No.
Okay, so King County prosecuting attorney Norm Malang explained his decision to make the deal. We could not have gone forward with 7 counts, but that is all we could have ever hoped to solve. But at the end of that trial, whatever the outcome, there would have been lingering doubts about the rest of these crimes. This agreement was the avenue of truth, and in the end, the search for the truth is still why we have a criminal justice system. Gary Ridgway does not deserve our mercy. He does not deserve to live. The mercy provided by today's resolution is directed not at Ridgway, but toward the families who have suffered so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. On December 18th of 2003, King County Superior Court Judge Richard A. Jones sentenced Gary Ridgway to 48 life sentences.
Nice.
Without the possibility of parole to be served consecutively. He was also sentenced to an additional 10 years for tampering with evidence for each of the 48 victims, adding 480 years to his 48 life sentences.
How did he tamper with the evidence?
I think we'll get into that.
Okay.
Later, he was given another life sentence after the remains of his 49th victim were found. Oh, you know what? I think it's the movement of the bodies, maybe?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
I feel like that could make sense.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if it does say it in here.
Okay.
But, I mean, who cares?
I know.
It's just interesting.
It is. Yeah. I would like to know what tampering.
I'll figure it out.
How he did that.
Ridgway led prosecutors to 3 bodies in 2003. On August 16th of that year, the remains of a 16-year-old girl found near that town, Enumclaw, Washington.
Yes, my favorite place.
40 feet from State Route 410, were pronounced as belongings to Pam Annette Avent, who had been believed to be a victim of the Green River Killer.
Wow.
The remains of Marie Malvar and April Buttram were found in September of 2003. On November 23rd of 2005, the Associated Press reported that a weekend hiker found the skull of one of the women Ridgway admitted murdering in 2003. In his 2003 plea bargain with the King County prosecutors. So that, again, is another one.
So they're still uncovering bodies.
Yeah.
Even that many years later.
Yeah. The skull of another victim, Tracy Winston, who was 19 when she disappeared, from Northgate Mall on September 12th, 1983, was found on November 20th, 2005.
Oh, wow.
By a man hiking in a wooded area near Highway 18, which is southeast of Seattle.
I'm sure it is. Cardinal directions.
Compass. This was the
Okay.
Oh, this was the find that led Ridgway's 40...
She's just learning to read.
Sounding it out. So that was what led to Ridgway's 49th life sentence.
Okay.
And in 2023...
That was yesterday.
Remains discovered in 1985 and known as Bones 17 were identified as belonging to a 15-year-old Lori Ann Razpotnik, who was last seen by her family in Lewis County, Washington in November of 1982.
Whoa.
That is crazy.
That's wild. I'm glad that she was found.
Yeah, the family gets closure.
Yes, for something to be able to bury.
Well, because
things like that.
They had no idea where she was.
Right.
I can't
imagine that.
I can't. I never want to think about that. Gary Ridgway confessed to more confirmed murders than any other American serial killer.
Wow.
Over a period of 5 months of police and prosecutor interviews, he confessed to 48 murders. 42 of them were on the police list of probable Green River Killer victims.
Okay.
On February 9th, 2004, which is my dad's birthday.
Ooh, shout out Dad.
County prosecutors began to release the videotaped recordings of Ridgway's confessions. In one taped interview, he initially told investigators that he was responsible for the deaths of 65 women.
Wow.
In another taped interview on December 30th, 2003, Gary Ridgway claimed to have murdered 71 victims and confessed to having had sex with them before killing them, a detail which he did not reveal until after his sentencing. So he's like, yeah, I had sex with them.
They found semen samples in some of them, so we knew that
there was some sexual assault happening. In his confession, he acknowledged that he targeted sex workers because they were, in quotes, easy to pick up, and that he, in quotes, hated most of them. He confessed that he had sex with his victims' bodies after he murdered them, but claimed he began burying the later victims so that he could resist the urge to commit necrophilia.
So that was his line. That was
challenging for him. Yeah, he's like, I gotta quit this. I'm gonna kill him, but I gotta quit fucking him.
Yeah, after I
kill him. Jesus. Like, he does have a conscience. It's insane.
That is insane. What the mind tells you is okay and what isn't.
Yeah. In fucking insane. Now I want to get into who Gary was.
Who is Gary?
Gary, he was born on February 18th, 1949 in Salt Lake City, Utah.
That makes sense now.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
He was the second of 3 sons to Thomas and Mary Ridgway. His childhood was somewhat troubled. Relatives later described his mother as a domineering woman who inflicted corporal punishment upon her sons for minor offenses.
She sounds like an officer.
She sounds
I'm going to inflict punishment on you for minor offenses. She sounds like... Okay.
Honestly, bad bitch, period.
Yeah. Slay.
He alleged that after wetting the bed, okay?
All right. That's
triangle,
one
side. A habit that persisted into his early teens, she would wash his genitals.
Oh, okay.
Ew. Into his early teens. He's like, come here. Squat.
It was probably very embarrassing for him, which is a punishment.
Yeah.
In and of itself.
It was.
Or she's really weird.
It was to humiliate him.
I would think.
Gary would later tell defense psychologists that as an adolescent, he had conflicting feelings of anger and sexual attraction toward his mother.
Okay.
And fantasized about killing her.
Okay.
Creepy.
That makes sense, though.
Gary's father, whose marriage to his mom was volatile, he worked as a bus driver and often complained about the presence of sex workers on his route.
Okay, so this shit was getting instilled.
Yeah. Ridgway, who is dyslexic, was held back a year in high school and exhibited an IQ recorded as being in the low 80s.
Okay. Yeah, that's lower.
It's
not all the way down.
He's low.
He's medium dumb.
He's medium dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he was 16 years old, Gary lured a 6-year-old boy into wooded area and stabbed him through the ribs into his liver. But the boy managed to survive the attack.
Whoa.
So it started that young.
Whoa.
Yeah. He graduated from Thai High School in 1969, and he married his 19-year-old high school sweetheart, Claudia Craig.
Where's Claudia now?
Where are you, Claudia? Are you okay?
Are you
okay? Are you willing to do the podcast?
Yeah. Can you write us a letter?
Are you free?
Are you alive?
Do you have Patreon?
Yeah. Do you have $4?
He joined the United States Army the Navy.
Very
big difference. He was deployed to Vietnam, where he served on board a supply ship and saw combat.
Oh, he did see combat.
He did see
combat. Because I know some people...
Yeah, some people are like, I was in combat, but he never was in combat.
Never. Didn't even leave the base.
During his time in the military, Ridgway had frequent sexual intercourse with sex workers and contracted gonorrhea through Craig, who was angered. Contracted gonorrhea. Although his wife was angered by this, he continued the activity without protection. His marriage to Craig ended within a year. So he's out fucking people. And she's like, how dare you?
Right. How dare you do that? And then also get STDs. So now I can't do anything with you as my husband.
Right. And he continued to do it.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm done.
Yeah. Game over. Good for you.
Good for
you
her.
Go, girl.
Yes.
Like, you put your foot down. You have boundaries. You have standards.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Where are you at? But here's what's weird is friends and family of his described him as friendly but strange. I mean,
I know a few people like that.
I mean, I know a few people like that too.
Yeah.
But I would never imagine them doing crimes like this.
Yes.
His first 2 marriages resulted in divorce because of infidelities. His second wife, Marcia Winslow, claimed that he had placed her in a chokehold.
Okay, so now he's becoming violent with his significant others.
Mm-hmm. Gary became religious during his second marriage,
prophesizing
door to door, reading the Bible aloud at work and at home, and insisting that his wife follow the strict teachings of their pastor. Strange.
That is strange,
Super
but
strange.
Also it's something that they're trying to put value on themselves that way.
Well, and I think, and I don't want to be attacked by this, but it sounds like he was an extremist
of all
when it
sorts.
came to the religious.
Yeah.
And the extreme versions, men are to be worshipped.
Right.
Men are to be, you need to obey.
And it's not because the religion says that, but it's because that's how they are perceiving things.
Yes. But The Bible does say stuff like that.
Oh,
you are to obey your husband, things like that.
Okay.
But he would also frequently cry after reading the Bible or hearing sermons. So he was just like,
I'm so moved
by the Lord in the soul.
Yeah.
Despite his beliefs, Gary continued to solicit the service of sex workers and asked his wife to participate in sex in public or in inappropriate places, sometimes even in areas where his victims' bodies were later discovered.
Oh. Yeah.
Fucking freak.
Where's Marsha?
Marsha. According to women in his life, Gary had an insatiable sexual appetite. No shit.
Yeah. He could barely stop himself from having sex with dead things.
Yeah. So his ex-wives and several ex-girlfriends reported that he demanded sex from them several times a day.
That's a lot.
That's too much. Often he would want to have sex in public areas, like I said, or in the woods.
That's so dirty.
Bugs and stuff.
Sticks. Pokey.
Ridgway.
Pine cones.
He admitted to having a fixation with sex workers with whom he had a love-hate relationship.
Because they'll do whatever he wants.
Yeah, duh.
You know, as long as you're paying, it's a service.
He frequently complained about their presence in his neighborhood, like his dad, but he also took advantage of their services regularly. Uh-huh. In a statement read at his plea hearing, Ridgway said he hated prostitutes. He said it. He said prostitutes.
Yes.
And he did not want to pay them for sex. He just wanted to take it.
That's for why? Why do people think they're just entitled to shit?
I don't know. Some have speculated that Gary Ridgway was torn between his lusts and his staunch religious beliefs.
He didn't have any religious beliefs. He wasn't following anything.
No. He was following his own beliefs.
Yes.
And what I found interesting, and I couldn't find any more information about it, is that he does have a son out there.
Where are you?
Where?
Is it Marsha's son?
It is Marsha's son.
Marsha.
So,
what do you think his son's name is? His name's Gary. Her name's Marsha. Cindy? Oh, it's a son. I'm sorry.
I mean, it could be Cindy.
Probably like...
Let me look.
Randolph. No.
Gary Ridgway.
Craig.
Son. Are we ready? Matthew.
Oh, that's a classic.
And he
probably because the Lord.
He looks
the Bible.
Just like his dad.
And it's just openly out there?
Yeah, I mean,
that's wild.
He's fucking right there.
I see him.
No, wait. Oh my God. So I just found something about it.
Okay.
Gary Ridgway's son holds memories of regular soccer dad. So Matthew, his son, remembers his father as a relaxed man who never yelled, who took him camping, taught him to play baseball, and always showed up for school concerts and soccer practices. He said, in quote, "Even when I was in 4th grade, when I played soccer, he'd always be there for me." And he told investigators in 2001, after his father's arrest for 4 murders. Okay, that's what he said after he was arrested. Okay. He was always around, blah, blah, blah. He also said, "I don't think I ever remember him not being there."
Well, there's plenty of times he wasn't because he was busy. He was a busy man.
During the years when Gary was taking his son on bike rides and to eat donuts, he was also terrorizing the South.
What a double life.
Seattle area by killing women and dumping their bodies in deserted areas.
But he's also doing that in the evening hours. This is not, a midday activity.
Yes.
This is not a soccer game.
Both things are true.
Yes.
Right? Like he is.
You're asleep when he's doing this.
Yes.
Buddy.
Yes. So Matthew was born in September of 1975. So
is he a Virgo?
It doesn't say the day. I don't know. I could ask him.
It's okay.
And let's see, he was born then. Marsha. Gary told investigators that this summer he sometimes showed his son. He shows his son's picture or the boys' room at his home to put women at ease. What?
Oh, so like when they would get in the car, they're like, "Oh, look at my son!"
Yes,
all that
shit.
My
son, and that's what he would do to lure them. Whoa, what a freak! Matthew told investigators in July that he doesn't remember any strange woman in the car or being left in the truck for a long time. He had no idea.
I mean, why would he see a strange woman in the car? He's not doing this with his son.
I think he's just grasping at straws.
He just doesn't want to believe.
He's in denial.
Yeah. I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to think that your dad is that person.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't think that. He said when he was younger, Matthew said he thought his father was just one of the 500 possible suspects in the killings. I think that's how I related. That he's just one of the guys that happened to be in one place and, he's my dad. He didn't do it,
You know?
That's what he said,
Well, what we know is he did.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
I can't imagine.
Because those killers aren't just killers. They're members of families and stuff like that. And it sucks how much, because they're not just impacting the victims that are murdered or assaulted or whatever it is, but they're also impacting the people that care about them, which is a weird thing that people care about him. But
I mean, his son was in, it said like 4th or 5th grade at that time. And so, what a shock, because as a kid, you don't really know.
No, you don't.
You look at your parents as perfect.
Yeah.
In a way, right? Like they know everything. They help me with everything.
Yes.
I can count on them.
So long as you have parents like that.
If they're present.
Right.
Yeah. And that's just what Matthew thought.
Yeah. That's all he saw.
Yeah. So I thought this case was nuts.
It is nuts.
Green River Killer.
So many
murders. And just the Ted Bundy of it all, I thought was so cool.
It is pretty cool.
So cool. For him to be like,
yeah. Yeah. Need some help.
Hello.
Remember me from yesterday?
Yeah. I have so much time to help you.
Yeah.
Sitting on death row currently.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was really neat.
That is neat.
Cool case.
That is a really cool case.
Cool case, bro.
I feel like I said wow 1,800 times. Well, because that's all you can say.
It is a wow.
It is. It's very much a wow case.
It's a wow case.
Because it's not even that long ago.
No. Mm-mm. I mean, 2023, they just identified one of the bodies.
Yeah.
Lori. So sad.
That was Bundy.
No.
Wait, from 20? Oh, yeah, because you just said that.
Yeah.
And then also recently there was another victim that was identified for Bundy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Mm-hmm. I mentioned, I think.
Today? Just
now? I did mention it right now. But I mentioned it before.
I don't remember.
We don't remember things.
Yeah, super, super cool. Cool case, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. Right on. Sick.
I don't know. I'm so tired.
I'm so tired. I was yawning the whole time. I was like leaning to the
I looked
side,
over and your mouth was like, I couldn't look at you because I was going to laugh.
Because then I was going to say you're going to yawn. I've rubbed every mascara that I could have potentially had on all over my face.
Yeah, cool case. I'm excited about next week's. So stay tuned.
What's next week's? That's me?
It's a really good one that you have.
Oh, yeah. There's so many.
There's so many good ones.
So many.
Please wait for next week. And
get
the Patreon.
Get the Patreon.
Follow us on all platforms. You can listen on platforms. If you're listening right now, you already know.
Do all the things.
Yeah.
We're people. You're people. We like people.
And there's a lot of engagement. We're able to really engage with you guys on Patreon.
Yeah.
So we're going to be posting videos today.
Are we?
In Patreon?
Oh, yeah, we are because we're going to Thingy.
We're going to the thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time.
All right, guys. Well, stay safe.
And remember, we didn't do it.